class. This is my week 6 speech. It's an informative speech. I have chosen to do this speech on Patrick Bowlen. Pat Bowlen is the owner and CEO of the Denver Broncos, which is my favorite football team. Patrick Bowlen was born February 18th, 1944, in Missouri. He was born to parents that were in the oil and gas field. His father worked on the actual wells, and his mother was a secretary or receptionist for a company. As Patrick grew up, he realized that his father was very wealthy in the business that he was in, the oil and gas field, and he decided that that's what he wanted to do as well. The only difference is instead of owning gas wells, Pat Bowlen decided he wanted to be on the business side of those. So he has a business degree and a law degree from Oklahoma University. And in the oil and gas field, Oklahoma University is a very prestigious university. So he has 2 degrees from that university. In his younger days as a law degree holder and a business major, he was very successful. So successful, in fact, that in 1983 he purchased the Denver Broncos for 80 million, 79.4 million, which was an astronomical amount of money back in the 80s. And he had it. Right after he purchased the Broncos, he drafted John Elway. And if anybody's listening, they know anything about football, they know that John Elway is still to this day one of the greatest draft picks ever. Came out his first year, didn't really put up great numbers. Came out his second year and just went off. And nothing but success for him. Pat Bowlen has officially owned the team for 34 years. He recently gave up control of the team because he is now suffering from Alzheimer's, and I believe that he will pass on very soon. He's not in very good health. That's why I chose to do a speech about him, because I thought that people need to know. When you think of successful football teams, you think of the 49ers and the Cowboys in the 90s, maybe the 2000 era Patriots. There's a lot of successful teams, but no one really thinks of the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos are so successful, in fact, they have been deemed America's team, not those Cowboys. We're not going to pay attention to that. They have also been deemed the most successful team in NFL history. Pat Bowlen is also the longest tenured owner in Colorado sports history and the second longest tenured owner in all of American sports. He is the only owner in NFL history to record 300 victories in 30 seasons. Quick math tells you that average 10 victories a season out of a 16 game season, winning 10 games for 30 years. It's almost unheard of. It is a very high win percentage. He has more Super Bowl appearances, 7, than he has losing seasons, 5. A losing season in the NFL is described as anything less than a 500 win percentage. So that means 8-8 is considered a winning season, even though as a fan, it's not. But it is. He has the highest regular season win percentage at 612. That is very much unheard of. For 34 years, he has over a 600 win percentage. So let that sink in for a minute. He has the second highest win percentage out of all American sports. That one needs to sink in for a minute too. I mean, we're talking baseball, hockey, soccer, basketball. I mean, baseball is the American sports pastime. This is pretty good. We have 21 winning seasons out of the 34 that he has owned. Out of that 21 winning seasons, we have 13 division titles, 9 conference championship berths, 7 appearances in the Super Bowl, a back-to-back Super Bowl victory in '97 and '98, and then we just recently won the Super Bowl in 2015. The best part about Pat Bowlen is not his business mind. His best part is his philanthropy. He is such a big part to Denver sports and Denver as a city. He just him himself and his family and his foundations, they've contributed $30 million to charity just to the city of Denver. This is not nationwide or worldwide or even statewide. This is the city of Denver. $30 million of charity. That's unheard of. In the city of Denver, he also funded 100%, completely funded the Boys and Girls Club for 15 years. Without his assistance, that place would have shut down. And I know in my area that the Boys and Girls Club is a very good charitable organization. I don't know where y'all are watching from or how you deem the Boys and Girls Clubs, but in my area, it's very successful and it's very needed. I feel like that because of how everybody deems the Cowboys as the America's team or most successful because of all the Super Bowl victories, that people let Pat Bowlen slip under the rug, and hopefully he should get into the Football Hall of Fame. He hasn't yet. Jerry Jones has, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, and Jerry Jones has mentioned publicly that he officially recognizes Pat Bowlen as his mentor or as his trailblazer. Because without what Pat Bowlen did, Jerry Jones would have never done it. Jerry Jones came after Pat Bowlen, so that's huge. Someone that is a billionaire like Jerry Jones has looked up to someone like Pat Bowlen. So Pat Bowlen definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, and I really hope he makes it to the Hall of Fame before he passes on, because he is in the last stage of Alzheimer's, and I don't see him making it much longer. So if anybody's out there that's got some strings to pull, come on, Pat Bowlen for Hall of Fame. Thank you, class.